my mic not on? Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Yoga for Athletes. I hope you've had a great day so far, whether it be morning, evening, afternoon, or anywhere in between. Tonight we are going to be continuing our chakra series, and we'll be focusing on the sacral chakra, which is directly above the root chakra. Root chakra, like I said, is at the coccyx, or basically, that's your tailbone. And then the sacral is directly above that, in between the root and the navel. So it's in like this lower abdomen region. As stated previously, we cannot open our bodies up and find these chakras within ourselves. They're just not visible. But I believe, I always will say that, I believe that they are there, and when they are open and running in their capacity, things are so much better for me. But when I get blockages and things aren't going so great, things are a little bit different for me. Things might seem a little bumpier, or just a little off, and I don't feel like myself. Whichever chakra is going, is off balance, is where I'm going to feel that imbalance. So it's going to depend on that to what I feel. But the sacral chakra is where our creative center is. And that doesn't have to mean just artistically creative. I mean, it can mean a lot of things. Excuse me. I mean, there's different ways to be creative. So that is the creative energy center. When it is blocked, it can often be blocked by fear, different types of fear. From everything I have read and understand, one that is very toxic to your sacral chakra is fear of death, which I struggled with for a long time, but I'm in a good place now. The human journey. So if you ever feel a little off in that creativity or that flow of life, where things aren't flowing so smoothly and freely from you, there might be a little something going on in your sacral chakra, if you believe in that stuff. Which again, to each his own, and if you don't believe in it, just, I understand. I didn't for a long time, but then I did. So I ask of you tonight if you would like to join me in trying to ignite that sacral chakra, or remove any blockages with this flow, or these movements and these postures, and just focus all your energy in that area if you'd like. Now, again, if this does not resonate with you, you can just cast it aside and use the intention of your choice. I will never force anything on you that does not resonate with you. So to begin, I will read some affirmations for the sacral chakra. I love myself. I am creative. I enjoy life. I feel loved. I feel safe. I feel blessed. I feel creative. I feel good. I follow where inspiration leads. So come into Sukhasana, or easy pose, whichever best suits you. Or if you need to come with your legs extended out long, you may do that as well. Whatever keeps you with head over heart over pelvis, and keeps you with your spine long. Start to relax the shoulders away from the ears to connect to the breath. Closing the eyes, softening the back of the neck. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Stay here for a few more rounds on your own. Setting and sealing the intention of your choice. Take about 3 more breaths here as you continue to settle into your space. Start to bat the eyelashes open. Coming back into your space. To begin, we have 2 options here. To take the right hand out, let me stop. Extend the right arm out long. Find the internal rotation of the arm bone, so the shoulder is going to rotate internally. Then you'll take the right arm back behind you, tucking it to the top of that left hip crease. And then you will take the left hand outside the right knee, sit up tall, and come to a spinal twist. If this is too much for your shoulder, or if you're not able to reach that far because of shoulder tightness, bring the right hand behind the right hip, or you can bring it back a little bit further, left hand outside the right knee, sit up tall, and exhale, twist. Relax that right shoulder away from the ear as you gaze over the right shoulder. Two more breaths here. Keep the spine long. On the inhale, start to unravel softly and slowly. Exhale when you get there. Let's switch sides. So again, the left hand can come back behind you and just come up to the left of the, outside that left hip with the right hand on the right knee. Or you can extend that left arm, find the internal rotation of that left arm bone. Bring it to the top of the right hip crease, right hand on top of the left knee. Sit up tall and middle of the exhale. Twist. Allow the breath to move you here. Notice the consistency of the breath. Is it soft and smooth? If not, what can you do to soften it? Last one. And release on the inhale, coming back through center. Exhale when you get there. Awesome. Stay in this Sukhasana position, or if you have, you can keep your legs extended out longer, however you have it. But if there is ever at any point you feel any kind of pain in the knees, please arrange your, switch out your position and make it more comfortable for you, because I don't want any pain to be in the knees. So I want you to take the right hand across the chest, bring the left hand outside of that right arm, drop that shoulder down and breathe. Sit up tall here, really rooting down through the sitting bones. You might have to do a slight engagement of the lower abdomen. And release. We'll switch sides. Left arm comes across the body, right hand comes outside of that right arm. Really drop that left shoulder down and sit up tall once again and breathe. Stretching out the front sides of the shoulder. I feel like I'm doing jazz hands over here. and release. If you have a strap or if you have a towel, like I have, like so, like a yoga towel or even a dish towel will work too, or a hand towel from the bathroom. Found all types of stuff that'll work. So please grab it. We're going to come into Gomukhasana arms or cow facing arms. I'm going to turn around so you can see what I'm going to be doing here. We're going to stay with the legs extended or in Sukhasana or easy pose. I want you to take the strap in the right hand and then take the right hand and pat yourself on the back, as I like to call it. But take the left hand and find that same internal rotation I was talking about before. If you're able to clasp hands, please do so. But if not, use the strap or towel and start to try to walk the hands in. Really lift through the chest. Maybe gaze down the tip of the nose as you slightly have a lifted gaze up towards the ceiling. Just stretch out through the shoulders. And if you have any crankiness in the shoulders, you start to feel very uncomfortable or any pain, please back out of this posture. Find a modification that takes the pain away or just completely abandon ship. Keep the chest open and expanded. Breathing deeply. Then release on your next exhale. Softly, slowly. Bring the hands around the front of the body. Give yourself a nice big hug before we switch sides. Allow the head to come in, maybe. It's a great stretch to open up through the shoulders. You do a lot of weightlifting or just have a lot of stress and strain in the arms or in the shoulders. I mean, sometimes that's where we carry a lot of our stress. I mean, I know I do, so I have to really watch myself in everyday life. So let's switch sides. So bring the strap or towel to the left hand if you need it. Pat yourself on the back. Take the right arm out. Find that internal rotation. See if you can get the hands to meet. If not, use the strap. Lift the chest. Gaze up towards the ceiling. And really look down the tip of the nose. Keep the spine long here. Last breath here. And release. Awesome. Wrap the arms around the front of the body. Give yourself a nice big hug. Allow the head to come. Maybe rock side to side. Twisting the abdomen. And release. We're going to extend the legs out long, we're going to come into a figure four type position. So whether you can just bring your right foot into the inner part of your left leg and come into a forward fold, awesome. Or if you'd like to go a little bit further and bring the right foot to the the right ankle to the top of that left knee and come into a forward fold this way. Awesome. If you want to go a little bit further and back out of it a little bit, hug that right knee into the chest, find the external rotation of that right hip, bring the right foot to the top of that left hip crease and fold here in a half lotus position. I'm gonna stay with the figure 4 tonight because I have been having a little, I pulled a little muscle in the back of my left hamstring, so I'm trying to take it a little bit easier on myself. So wherever you are, sit up tall on the inhale, and then on the exhale, fold forward. Either clasps the shin, the ankle, you can even grab around the base of the foot. Allow the neck to be long. Notice where your shoulders are, where you are in your body, where your mind is going. Are you clenching in the hips right now? On your inhale, start to rise on up. Exhale when you get to the top. Let's switch sides. So we're going to extend that right leg out long, flexing through that right foot. Either have that left foot to the inner part of the left leg, come into the figure 4 or the half lotus position, whichever you feel is best for you right in this very moment. You'll inhale, sit up tall, lengthen up through the spine. Then on the exhale, grab your shin, ankle, or around the base of the foot. Breathe deeply. And noticing where you are in your body. The inhale, start to rise up. Exhale when you get to the top. Awesome. So next, we're gonna try to take this a little bit further. So if any of these first two postures I show you do not work for you and your body and because of tightness in the hips, come back into that figure 4 position that I just showed you. It's gonna be cradle the baby or shin cradle. So first, you can bring that right knee into the crux of that right arm, and then take the left hand and bring it to the outside of the left foot, or you can bring the right foot into the crux of the left arm and clasp hands. Then you'll just rock back and forth. So you'll inhale, open out to the right, and then exhale, bring it in. Keep the right foot flexed. You'll inhale, open to the right, exhale, bring it in. If you don't want to keep that left leg extended, you can bring it and tuck it in and draw it down towards the mat. And still try to sit up tall as you rock back and forth. Second option is to keep that leg spiraled in as well, and then just bring the hands to the outside of the leg and do the same thing. And you'll just take it on the inhale out to the right, and then on the exhale, bring it in. And just rock back and forth to open up through the hip. It's a really nice way to be able to just find some movement in opening up the hip. Be wary of not rotating too much in the torso as like doing it in a twist, but I mean, there will be some movement. So find the position of your choice and what meets the needs of your body tonight. And we will begin. Keep the left right foot flexed, and on the inhale, take it out to the right. And on the exhale, bring it back through center. Inhale to the right, exhale through center. Inhale to the right, exhale, bring it through. Inhale to the right, exhale through center. Inhale it out, exhale through center. 2 more, inhale, exhale. Inhaling and exhale. Bring the right foot down, releasing it from the arms. Either extend that right leg out long or draw it underneath you like I showed you before. And we'll start to work with the left leg. So the left knee comes either into the crux of that left elbow, or we bring it to the outside of that left knee. Just the outside of the left knee, left ankle, and rock back and forth. This is where I'm going to be tonight with this hip. This is the area that I decided to pull a hamstring. So it's a little worrisome. So when you're ready to begin, you start by inhaling out to the right, exhale through center. Inhale to the right, with the left, exhale through center. Inhale it out, exhale through center. Inhale it out, exhale through center. Try to keep the spine long. Inhale it out, exhale through center. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling, exhaling. 1 more, inhale, exhale, and release. Awesome. So extend the legs out long. We're going to come into our forward fold position, Paschimottanasana Asana. So keep the softness in the backs of the knees, flexing through the feet, grabbing the strap for tightness in the hamstrings if you have it. And if you do, you just wrap it around the base of the feet. You'll inhale, sit up tall, and exhale, draw yourself in. If you don't want to use it or don't have one, you can also use a towel. Shins, ankles, peace fingers around the toes or clasp around the base of the feet, and allow the head to come in. Take a generous bend in the knees if you need to or want to. It feels kind of nice sometimes just to allow the chest and the abdomen to rest on the tops of the thighs.
Allow the breath to deepen here. As you focus on relaxing through the jaw, through the brow, through the shoulders, releasing the lower back. On the inhale, start to roll up. Exhale when you get to the top. Awesome. We're going to come into Ardha Malandrasana, which is probably one of my all-time favorite twists. Options here is first take the right heel outside of the right hip and then take the left foot outside of the right knee. If this does not work for you, bring the right foot back around to the front side of the knee and we'll twist from there. You just really want to keep the press down to the left. Yep, that's your left foot. Press down to the left foot, keep the sitting bones grounded wherever you are. So wrap the right arm around that left knee, left hand outside the left hip. Inhale, sit up tall, and then on the exhale, twist. Roll that left shoulder back and down as you gaze over the left shoulder. Press into that left big toe to help really secure you down and help catapult you and lift you to make you longer. Maybe sink a little bit further into that twist. On the inhale, start to come back through center. Exhale when you get there. Start to unravel the legs to help you switch sides. So the left heel will come outside of the right hip and the right foot will come outside that left knee or the inside of that right knee. Whatever option is good for you, wrap the left arm around the right knee this time. Right hand outside the right hip. You'll inhale, sit up tall. On the exhale, you'll twist. Roll that right shoulder back and down as you gaze over the right shoulder. Really use that right big toe to help anchor you down. Be careful not to collapse in the lower back. Really lengthen up through the spine here. On your inhale, start to unravel. Exhale when you get there. Unraveling the legs next. Bring the feet together, coming into cobbler's pose or Baddha Konasana, butterfly. Bring the heels in as close as you'd like, or even bring them further apart if you'd like. Bring them further away from you if you'd like. Press the heels together. Sit up tall on the inhale, and then on the exhale, I really want you to start to lead with the chest to come into a forward fold position. Even if it's just gazing off the tip of your nose, you don't have to come all the way down to the ground. Relax with the hips as much as you can. Allow the body and the shoulders especially to roll away from the ears. Just allow softness to come in here. Love throughout the body. On an inhale, start to roll up, stacking vertebrae by vertebrae. And on the exhale, allow the head to be the last thing to come up. Awesome. We'll bring the knees together, swing them to the side, come onto all fours. Let's move through a few cycles of cat-cow here for a moment. So we'll stack the shoulders over the wrist bones, hips over the knees. Press firmly into the backs of the feet. I want you to inhale, rock the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round through the spine, find that navel to spine connection. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Good. Two more. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, rounding through the spine. On an inhale, come back to your neutral spine position. And then we're going to come into a low lunge. So bring the right foot in between the hands. You have the option to either just lengthen that left knee a little bit further back behind you to press firmly to the back of that left foot. Or if you want to come into a more active posture, you can power up that back leg, pressing into the ball mound of the feet, and be here either on fingertips. You can have the hands all the way down to the mat, or like I said, to palms, or even if you feel like you want to go even further, you can take the hand onto the knee to scoop the tailbone forward and really have an active posture. Up to you. If you'd like to keep the knee down, pressing firmly to the back of the foot, you can also bring the hand to the top of that right knee, scoop the tailbone forward. Again, opening up through the front side of the body here. Bring active legs here. Glutes will be activated. Imagine drawing those inner thighs together. Release the hands back down to the mat if they are not already there. Bring that right knee back. Extend it out long for a moment, extending through the foot, and bring it right back next to the left. Let's switch sides. So the left foot's going to come in between the hands, coming into our low lunge position on the left side. Same options as before of staying down on that knee or popping up onto the ball mount of that right foot, really powering up that back quad muscle. So options are yours, hand placement, same as before. So we'll inhale, breathe deeply as we exhale. Really power up through the legs here. So really active legs. Engage the glutes slightly. Bring the hands back down to the mat if they're not already there. Bring that left knee back. Extend the left leg out long behind you on the inhale. And then on the exhale, bring it back next to the right. Coming into child's pose, so take the knees as wide as the mat or wider, toes to touch. Hips sink back towards the heels, extend the arms forward. Melt the chest, melt the head down to the mat. On an inhale, start to press into the hands, shifting the hips forward. We're just going to come directly down onto our belly. So start to lengthen the legs out long and use the arms and allow yourself to come down to the mat. Then we're going to lift up for a baby cobra. So inhale, lift up, can't even say that word right now. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up, roll the shoulders away from the ears, making the shoulder blades kiss. Exhale, lower down. Good. I laugh at myself all the time. So we're gonna roll over to our backs in that fancy move I like to call flip flop. Coming with our knees bent once we get there, pressing the feet firmly into the mat. Feet will be hip distance apart. We're gonna come into some bridge. So we will take the hands outside the hips for leverage here. So lengthen the back of the neck, relax down through the backs of the shoulders. And then we're going to inhale, scoop the tailbone, lifting it up towards the ceiling, pressing firmly into the feet. Engage the quads, engage the glutes. Looseness in the back of the neck. 3, 2, 1, release. Good. We're going to do 2 more like that. So on your inhale, scoop the tailbone up, hip points facing up towards the ceiling, actively engage the legs, actively engage the glutes, and breathe. Four, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Awesome. Take a breather, take a break. Do 1 more like that. So we'll inhale, scoop the tailbone, hip points come up, glutes engage, quads engage. Imagine trying to draw the inner thighs together. Feet stay parallel. And release on the exhale. Awesome. Windshield wiper the legs back and forth, so allow them to fall to the left as you gaze over the right shoulder. And allow them to fall to the right as you gaze over the left shoulder. Just do that back and forth a few times in your own breath and in your own time. Inhale, bringing it back through center. We're going to hug the knees in, keeping the feet either pointed or flexed. Take the hands slightly outside the hips. So kind of, you can come into a Texas T position if you'd like, if that's a little bit more comfortable for you. Or you can just face them, down like more in like an upside down V. That's how I see it at least. Scoop the tailbone slightly. We're going to inhale, allow the knees to fall to the right. Gaze over the left shoulder. Exhale through center, using the core to bring us through center. Inhale to the left, gaze over the right shoulder. Press the knees together. Don't allow them to come apart if you can help it. Exhale through center. Inhale to the right. Gaze over that left shoulder. Exhale through center. Use the lower abdomen. Inhale to the left. Exhaling. Inhale to the right. Exhale. 1 more like that. Inhale to the left. Exhale through center, knees together. Exhale to the right. Inhale through center. And just wrap the hands around the knees. Take the nose into the knees. Exhale, release. Bring the knees back down. We're gonna come into happy baby. So hug the knees into the chest, flex the feet up, the balls, the feet up towards the ceiling, clasp the outside edges of the feet or the inside edges, whichever is best for you. Really draw those sitting bones up towards the ceiling, hugging the knees towards the chest. You can find a nice gentle sway back and forth. You can have stillness here. You can kick out one leg followed by the next. It's completely up to you and where you would like to be in this posture. Release the base of the feet, hug the knees into the chest, extend the legs out long. We're going to come into a supine twist before Shavasana. So take the arms back in that Texas T position or cactus arms. Allow the knee to fall over that left leg, gazing over the right shoulder. Inhale back through center. Exhale when you get there. Switch sides, right leg goes long, left knee comes in. Allow it to fall heavy over that right, gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale back through center. Exhale when you get there. Lengthen the legs out long completely now and take them as wide as your mat, or even wider if you'd like. Extend the arms out wide as the mat and wider. Taking up as much as space as you need to for you. Start to allow the eyes to fall heavy into the back of the skull. And loosen the jaw. Allow the tongue to fall from the roof of the mouth. And furrowing the brow. Allow the chest to soften completely. Let the breath be as easy and light as it more than it has all day. The arms are relaxed. And it flows down through the fingertips. The abdomen is loose. And the hips are pressed firmly into the mat. The legs feel like the arms, they feel light. They feel as though they have rested all night long. Feel as though they've had an hour-long massage. There is no more tension within the body. You feel this from the crown of your head down to the tips of your toes. As you rest peacefully and soundly, wholly in Shavasana. Thank you for showing up for your practice today and allowing me to guide it. I wish you well, my friends.